Welcome back, guys, and we are still playing Artifacts, but first thing first, I'd like to apologise for not uploading yesterday. I had a video ready, but the sounded corrupt on it. It was versus Insomniac down in the comments, and he basically battered me for 30 minutes, and I decided to upload it anyway, but regrettably the sound corrupted, so I had no video to upload. And I didn't have time to record, but so here we are now, just pretend that yesterday didn't happen. This guy's running 85 cards, so in theory I should be beating him, but theory doesn't always stack up here. Turn 2 Lone Missionary, which I'm not bothered by because he doesn't have anything to benefit from the life gain yet. But yeah, let's see how this plays out. Well, I'll play the blue and drop the Sculptor here. I mean, I can get Jellyfish out turn. I could even play Sanctum Gargoyle and trade here. Well, no, I couldn't because I'd lose my Sculptor. I mean, I can play Jellyfish next turn, which I think is what I'm going to do. I can actually play both these guys. But he's forcing me to sack out this thing, so probably just going to get that back with the Sanctum Gargoyle when I get that far. Unfortunately, Savage Slasher has to come out next turn because Jellyfish would just bounce itself. But that's one of the guy's removal spells out of the way, at least on a 1-2, so I'm not too worried about that. And there's just I'm not going to play Jellyfish, so I might as well just... That thing's official name is now Jellyfish. I can say Gargumazoa, I'm not trying to pronounce Espazoa. It just hurts my brain. So, this is the official Jellyfish. And yeah, let nothing else be said. And this guy's casting another Lone Missionary, which actually just gets stopped in the track by Sanctum Gargoyle because it's got one more toughness than its attack. Magic 101. Do I want to trade here? Nah, I'm gonna try and hit this guy back, even though he's now on 30 life. Just because of his Radiant Fountains. But there's another one of them. Can I be really cheeky here? That's my question. And this would cost 2. And yeah, I can be really cheeky. But do I want to be really cheeky is my question. But yeah, I'm gonna drop this guy down. I'll just bounce the Savage Slasher if he doesn't block, or I'll just bounce the Etherin Sculptor if he does block. And he does accept the block, which I'm fine with. If he does have any removal, I can just bring it back with Sanctum Gargoyle. Now that I've got another Sculptor, I don't really want to bring my old Sculptor back. But he's got Reprisal, so I'm probably just going to bring Jellyfish back. But that's 2 removal spells we've seen in this 86 card deck, which is, and they're like the 2 best removal in them colours. So I'm a bit upset about that. You know, he hasn't dropped a Brimaz on turn 3, so I can't get too upset. And I'm not too worried here. Well, I think I can get really cheeky here. Okay, if I've got 5 mana. Yeah, I definitely can get really cheeky. This guy only costs 1. Sanctum Gargoyle only costs 2. Bring back Jellyfish, and Jellyfish only costs 2 as well. So that's a really satisfying turn for me. That's what. That was a really good draw. Well, Jellyfish only costs 1, so I mean, if I had a Savage Slasher or a Glaze Fiend, I could have played that as well. But we've kind of, well, I wouldn't say overextended because this guy has only got 1 white source, 4 mana. So I'm feeling pretty confident right now. Got a Reprisal as well in case he drops like a Baneslayer next turn, which would actually break my heart as this guy was running a ridiculous amount of cards. But no, he decides to drop a Radiant Fountain, which has no place in the multicolored deck and has barely a place in a monocolored deck. So that is a regret. At least I can stop pinging my opponent in the air now. Could have brought back a Sanctum Gargoyle in hindsight, but I think first things first, I'm gonna. That's what I might start doing next turn. Start bouncing my Sanctum Gargoyle. But I wanted to hit this guy for 2. I mean, 2 more. I'll be hitting him for 6. Do I really need to bring any of these guys back? I mean, I might as well, I guess, while I've got the board. So I mean, I'll play this. This thing costs like -1. And then that thing would be 0 if I'd bounced the Gargoyle, which is pretty ridiculous. I've got the Reprisal open as well if he's trying to play any shenanigans like that. See what he drops. He is on 6 mana, so we could see some potentially scary. But that's something I can't deal with. And he's just gonna start picking up my 1/2s here. He is attacking in, which I would block there because my 1/2s are useless now. Yeah, I'm just gonna block. 1/2 is absolutely useless as it stands. Because he's just gonna kill them with a -2/-2 ability. He does have black open. He can't start chipping me in the face though because he doesn't have red. Just bounce the other one. No, I think I'll bounce a gargoyle now and start bringing some guys back. Well, that's just changed everything. Can I do both? That guy costs 3, that guy costs 3. I can't do both. So I'll bring this guy back first. Just get a sculptor back, even though I'm not going to be playing it for ages. Well, can I do both still? I mean, this really was confusing me. Yeah, I can do both. So yep. Another ridiculous turn for me, in my opinion. This guy's just punishing me though if he does have the board wipe, but he is 1/2 white off still, so I can afford to overextend one more turn. Hit this guy for 5, start chopping at this tree. He is back down to his starting life total, which doesn't bring me too much confidence. But we do have a much better board than him right now. And I've got removal next turn if he does drop like a Shaldred this turn. Or a Runescar Demon, I hope this guy's not going to get another big threat, but we know he is. So I'm going to have to reprisal this and start trying to race him. Do you know what would be ridiculous right now? Like a Biden off the top. Because I would draw like 20 cards. But I'm just going to have to reprisal this thing. I mean, there's nothing else I can do about it. Bounce the Sculptor. Yeah, I prefer bouncing the Sculptor. Well, Angelic Edict means you can't get it back. Yeah, I think I can. I don't want him, like, I don't know, rescue from the underworld or something like that. Means if he does drop his shoulder later on, he can't bring that back either. And hit this guy for like half his life total right now. If he does just drop another big creature next turn, nothing else, then he's dead. So yeah, that's why I like running quite a bit of removal in this deck. But hopefully he just got the other Runescar Demon, and he's just going to completely tap out for it as well. Guess we get to see what he got here. Could just got like stuff that, well, some of the past would be pretty bad for him. Baneslayer, I don't know. Big creature wise. Is he just going to take out one of my 1/2s? Or is he going to gain the life? Gain the life would buy him a turn. He did gain the life. But he means he can't play his other threat in hand, which I kind of disagree with. Let's bounce the 1/2. Well, that's just pretty much won me the game unless he has like, I don't know what he could have. He's still only got 1 white source, by the way. That's why I'm not scared of the board wipe. That's just going to get me 3 1/1 tokens. And take him down to basically lethal range next turn no matter what he could drop. I've got removal. Ooh, that always feels good. And yeah, that's why I'm overextending like this. Because I think he must have just got the other Runescar or something of the sort. Because he did just tap out for that. I mean, I guess we'll get to see now. But yeah, I'm interested to see what he got with that Runescar. I'm always worried when an opponent resolves a Runescar, because you never know what they get. They could be really good and get something that's like, yeah, I'll talk about the subscriber match. He played a Runescar, and then Anger the Gods, and Anger the Gods against this deck just says GG. That's literally what it says. So that was match 1. Match 2, he just beat me down with big creatures, 2 Pelicorns. That was game 2, and game 3, I'm not sure if I've already said this, but first 2 games I run like 8 removal spells. I didn't see any of them, which was pretty disappointing. And then game 3, in my opening hand I had 3 reprisals, and he'd switched to a lower end deck where he just had like Trident Shorestalkers and stuff like that, which kind of broke my heart, as all my removal just didn't. It would have been ridiculous in the other games. Just did absolutely nothing for me. But yeah, I mean, it happens. As you saw there, it kind of worked in my favour having the Angelic Edict. Kind of wonder what that guy got with his He must have just got the other Runes card and just not found the time to play it or something, I don't know. I quite like this. It's kind of stupid. He plays for... I'm going to keep it. I don't want to go too much low. There's a green mana first. We're going to see a Pioneer. We are not. I like the mana in this hand more than anything else. If I draw a fast mana, I'll be really happy. Because I'll be able to Glaze Fiend, then Espezzor, and that will be pretty nice. But ooh, that means you could just shock my Glaze Fiend. But we can make a wish and hope he doesn't. Well, there's the fast land I needed. Does mean I have to bounce my Espezzor, which is bounce my Glaze Fiend, which is kind of sad. But or I could just bounce the Espezzor and hit him for 2. I guess we'll see. He doesn't shove shock. I'm talking way too fast right now. It's hurting my head. Well, I suppose I did have Sanctum Gargoyle just to bring it back. But this hand's pretty solid. It just kind of needs some big damage coming at him. There's another Sanctum Gargoyle. Just play the Espezzor. Hit this guy for 2. Attack in. Oopsie, my bad. I actually do want to attack. Now am I completely frozen? There we go. We are back. I thought we'd frozen out there. I was pretty upset. So he's down to 18, which obviously doesn't mean much. He could just anger the god, so I've got to keep that in mind. See what he gets when he cracks his sphere. She's doing main phase, which implies to me he doesn't have anything else. Well, it goes into his hand. Well, he played a blue, which means he could be like, well, he must be playing 5 color realistically at this point. I'm just going to bounce the Glaze Fiend because 4 damage is a lot more than anything else I could offer. And then hit this guy down to 14. I was going to say 12. Lucky I can do maths. And I'm not worried about the anger now at the minute. If he's 5 colors, much less chance he's got it than if he's just Gruul or something. But we are on 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, which is we've got pretty much all the colors we need. So I don't know. Well, maybe we can get there. He could just drop a white this turn, but he doesn't. He drops a blue and casts a Meteorite, which is probably just going to kill my Glaze Fiend. Which means I have to bounce my Espezzor, which is regrettable. But I can just bring it back with Sanctum Gargoyle and start chaining that bounce off. But that's kind of sad. There's a Demia, which I'm not too worried about at the minute. So play this, cast a Sanctum Gargoyle, bring back Glaze Fiend, and then take it from there. Soon we'll be able to cast Shardling Sphinx and get some more fodder for Espezzor. But this guy is kind of stabilized. We could see like a Maelstrom Archangel if he drops a white, but I do have Reprisal, so I'm not too worried about that. Well, he doesn't even need to drop a white. He had Meteorite out, but he's got the counters open now. And there's his white, so he is playing 5 color, which is kind of terrifying to be honest. And he drops an Archaeomancer, which is just, he's clearly playing Kozilek, we know that. Just by all this ramp he's doing. But the thing I'm wondering is that does he have the time for this? I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to drop the Glaze Fiend. Well, he's all tapped out, so it doesn't really matter if I'd attacked first, but I'm going to attack him first just because it's the right thing to do. Put him down to 12. I kind of need to hurry up against this guy. Play the Glaze Fiend. And then leave it at that, and then next turn I'll cast both the Savage Slasher and the Espezzor and hit this guy for a lot of damage. If we get that far, I might need to Reprisal something. I don't know, like a Pelipper Worm. If he drops a green. But I'm kind of worried here. This guy's got all the colours he needs. There's another green, so he could cast a Pelipper Worm. And we see a Dinrova Horror, which is probably just going to bounce my... I'm just going to Reprisal this end step, but what do we get rid of here? Savage Slasher, I think, has done its worth. Yeah, that's the worst thing in my hand. Just going to Reprisal this thing end step. Cultivate. Well, he's tapped out now. I kind of don't want to reprisal here. I mean, but that's 4 damage, which I don't want to deal with. I am going to reprisal this now. I need to kind of race this guy, so I might just drop the Shardling Sphinx and get a bunch of 1/1s. Which I think is actually what I'm going to do realistically here. Get a 1/1 blocker, and then if he does drop something big and scary, I'll be fine. There's another Glaze Fiend, which is pretty nice. He's all tapped out now as well. Start trying to beat this guy. He's down to 10, so I mean we're getting fairly close. Get a bunch. Get a bunch of 1/1s. Get 1 this turn. I'm really scared of what he could have though. He could have Kozilek 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could just see Kozilek this turn, which would be devastating. But we just got to pray he didn't have it in his hand. That's really who we're going to go with here. I mean, even still, we've got 7 in the... Well, Raised by Wolves, I'm literally not worried about. I'm not going to lie. I'm going for an air kill right now. That's I mean, he could have played that in like Anger of the Gods, which would have been devastating. Well, no, because it would wipe his side anyway. And what am I talking about? I don't like that attack. I'm going to not block. Even though, I mean, he could just have like a shock or something. Galvanic, yeah, he had Galvanic Arc. So I'm pretty happy I didn't block that. But he just take out my Sanctum Gargoyle right now. But it means we do generate 2 1/1s this turn. Plus whatever else we drop. Biden. I'm just going to drop Biden. Need to kind of get some card draw going here now. Get 2 1/1s and a draw 2 cards, which is obviously pretty nice. Even drop a Glaze Fiend. Oh, Espezo if I draw land. I will draw a card. I did draw the land. And I did draw land, okay. So I think I'm going to drop the Espezo because it can just block his creatures down. I will just block aggressively with this thing because I don't particularly want to bounce anything. Moment of truth here, we could just... Well, I'm not even scared of Kozilek, to be honest, because I'm flying over it at the minute. Raised by Wolves again. It's kind of terrifying. My computer's making a scary noise. Hopefully it stops, and I hope it doesn't pick up on recording, but this guy is saying something. He's saying GG. I really hope that doesn't pick up. But I guess we'll find out. Wow, my computer's going... It's dropping frames like hell, but... I'm really kind of scared by what that's making, so I hope that doesn't distract me too much, but if my voice has just dropped here, I do apologise. But we'll just finish this game and call it end here, because I'm actually bloody terrified. But thank you guys. I'll say it now actually, because we've won. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments or suggestions, please tell me. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm really terrified, so peace.